Today on Cooking with Destin, we are going to be making delicious crispy kale chips. Okay, I got 2 batches of kale here that I rinsed off really well, and then I patted them dry with a towel. Right now I've got a fan blowing on them to air dry them really well, because in order to get really crispy kale chips, they have to be dry going into the oven. Okay, I'm going to start tearing the leaf off of the stem. And you just pull it back right off of there, 2, 3, 4 inches, and is the size that you want. And when you're finished, you're just going to end up with a stem left over. And I like to take these stems and I use them in my Chinese dishes. I just steam them and add them to chicken or whatever. But that's all we're doing here, is we're just tearing the leaf right off of the stem. Okay, I've been tossing these greens every now and then in front of the fan, turn them over and over so they get nice and dry. Destin is inspecting the process here. Destin, are they dry? Okay, before we start tossing these olive oil and seasonings, we're going to set our oven to 200 degrees and let that preheat. I'm getting the first batch of kale ready to go in the oven. I've got them in some bowls here. I like to use a little bit of olive oil, and I season them with Cavender's Greek seasoning and just a smidgen of Lowry's seasoned salt. So what we do here is we just drizzle a little bit of olive oil in there, and then you just take and stir them up really good. There's one other ingredient I like to add, a little bit of lime in there, not much, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 drops. You can see I've tossed these already with the olive oil, and I have some seasonings in there. They have that nice glistening olive oil coating on the outside. Okay, our oven's ready. I have the kale chips moved over to a baking pan, and I have them spread out nicely so that they'll have plenty of airflow around them. We're going to put these in the oven at 200 degrees for about a half hour. Then we're going to take them out, flip them over, and then cook them for another 20 minutes to a half hour until they're nice and crispy. We have to keep a close eye on them after we flip them over. As it gets close to that 20 or 30 minute mark, we don't want to burn them, because burnt kale chips do not taste good at all. Okay, our crispy kale chips are ready. I cooked them a half hour on one side and about 40 minutes on the other side. You can hear how crispy those are. And I'm going to take a bite and you can really hear it. That's how you make yummy, delicious, crispy kale chips.